this information unlawfully, we do it very quickly. So we elected to provide this protection for a year. If the in the event that there is constant usage and or real evidence that there was data compromised and people were having identity theft problems as a result of this breach, we would consider extending that.
How many people have we been able to identify who have had their identity compromised because of this breach?
We do not have complete information concerning this, Mr. Lawrence, but we received no information through the escalation process that somebody has had a breach as a result of this. We checked today to try to find out how many people have availed themselves of the fraud protection services. At this point, we were unable to get that information in time for the meeting. But that would be determinative if anybody did avail themselves of that fraud protection.
Can we have a follow-up on that at the next meeting?
If we can obtain that information, certainly. Please, I want to make it very clear that these services and these protections are being offered regardless to all employees and retirees, regardless of whether they can demonstrate a causal connection between the breach and their problems with their credit. All of us are getting access to this service, and we do not have to prove that the data breach occurred as a result of this non-Diablo situation. Okay. I just wanted to make that clear, that the employees don't have to show that this was the cause of their problems. They have access to this protection regardless. The other question that we've received is, how does this protection plan differ from free plans offered by the same vendor? Under federal law, you can obtain a free copy of your credit report every 12 months from one of the 3 nationwide credit reporting services, either Equifax, TransUnion, or the service that we're using, Experian. But the service that we're getting through Experian, Protect My ID Elite, goes far beyond that basic protection. You do get a credit report, but you also get surveillance alert that alert members to suspicious activity, including new inquiries, open accounts, delinquencies, and medical collections. They do internet scans and alerts employees if their social security number or credit or debit card information are found on sites where compromised data is found or traded. It alerts you to any attempt to change your mailing address. It offers identity theft resolution. If you've been the victim of identity theft during this year, you will be assigned a dedicated United States-based Experian theft resolution agent to walk you through the fraud resolution process from start to finish. There's lost wallet protection. If you lose your credit card or information, the service will help you cancel your credit cards and or medical insurance cards. And finally, there's $1 million of identity theft insurance. If you're a member, you are immediately covered by a $1 million insurance policy that can help you cover certain costs as a result of the fraud, including lost wages, private investigator fees, and unauthorized electronic fund transfer. Because we use the Experian service, there may be some misunderstandings concerning the level of protection that we have provided. But it is far beyond the free service that is required under the law. Is there any questions about that? There is a question of what is the cost of the district per person who enrolls? It's $27.50. There have been questions about what the total cost to this point to the district has been for this unfortunate circumstance. We've received 2 invoices from Immersion. One for $35,475.69, another for $8,025.27. These will be brought to the board. This totals $43,500. Based on our current enrollment, we estimate an approximate cost of the Experian service of about $48,000. So right now we are quickly approaching our $100,000 self-insured retention on this matter. What additional costs do we anticipate? We don't anticipate any costs in excess of our $100,000 self-insured retention. The rest of it is covered by insurance. What budget is this coming from? This is coming from the risk management claim settlement budget out of my office, simply because this is where we purchase the insurance. And the next set of questions, I'm going to defer to Mr. Estrada, but the first question was who is responsible for the security guidelines for computers? And Mr. Estrada, the Director of Technology and Information Services, is responsible for the security of big computers. Joe, would you like me to read the questions and have you answer them, or do you have this available to you?
I have them available. The next question would be, what are these guidelines? Our guidelines are primarily focused on preserving security and integrity of the district's servers and workstations, which includes firewalls, external intrusions that my staff and I are constantly monitoring and updating, like district antivirus, anti-spamming, and anti-malware. Also, the security guidelines focus on maintaining the encryption of the district servers. The driving force of our security guidelines are to make sure that all sensitive data are maintained on the district servers. Are there any questions? Okay, next question. What have we learned and how can we make sure it doesn't happen again? Well, what we've learned is that we are uncertain which local drives might harbor such confidential information. Through our incremental backup process, we were able to recreate the data for all files ever backed up to an employee profile, but that does not necessarily reflect an exact snapshot of what is actually on the local drive. Consequently, we have encrypted all local drives that could conceivably receive such information. Furthermore, we're in the process of changing the way that we back up more frequently to better get an idea of what exactly is on a local workstation. We not only have a problem of us knowing what's on a local drive, but apparently individuals are having the same problem of knowing that they might have such confidential information on their drive. What will we do to make sure it doesn't happen again? I think that's a broader discussion. I think we need more people and stakeholders to discuss that. The measures that I've discussed are essentially changing the behavior of computers. Something that my department or I cannot change are the behavior of people. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one. I hope this is on, Joe. This is a totally different type of security. The ARIES information system with all of the student information system, I know that happens to be on some laptops. Is all of the information on the internet, so it's not on the specific laptop?
Yes, that is by design. Most of our sensitive, all of our sensitive databases are such that they are not on the local device. They are on a district server or a cloud server.
Any other questions from board members? Okay, thank you, Mr. Rowland, Mr. Estrada. We appreciate the update. And so we'll go back to the superintendent's report, which now has graduation requirements.